This is going to be one take gold. Are you ready?
All right.
Oh, yeah.
This microphone of monsters is brought to you by our Patreon.
Let's start
Damn
over.
it! I'm saying a word for it because I don't want to say like patrons. I want to do some like Patreon.
Well, I think you said
Supporters.
microphone
No.
and monster.
He said
Yeah,
microphone.
say the name
Morons.
of the show
I
right.
said morons.
You said microphone.
It's been a
and
long
morons.
day. All right, it's been a very long day.
I agree.
And I would argue that that's just him being consistent.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Take two. This microphones and morons
Good job.
is brought to you by our patrons: Nicholas Rodriguez, Adeline Buchanan, and Patrick T. Arsenal. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Suck it. Woo!
Okay. And welcome
2 tears in
everybody.
a bucket.
Welcome everybody to Microphones and Morons March 2021 edition. We've come full circle.
This is a second March Morons.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It's
We're
March
back.
Moron
Because
Madness.
one wasn't enough.
Yes.
You should listen to that one and then immediately listen to this one with nothing. in
Microphones and
between.
Monsters presents March Moron Madness.
You will. Wait. Did we do? But no, we didn't do a Morons when we were recording in person.
No, but you missed the last March one, so this is your first. This is Max's
your first March one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to March.
Welcome
You
to
didn't
March.
have a setup at home at the time,
Oh,
so
yeah,
we
that's
did it
right.
without you.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah.
Sorry for everyone that
This
didn't want
is
him here.
guys. This is my March 1st. Be gentle, please. I'm a very impressionable podcaster.
I'm not.
Well, we had a very eventful month.
Yes, we did.
I mean, you
Yeah.
could say
What-
that, I
what
guess.
happened?
For the podcast and for future podcasts, which we will not talk about. But it's been
Future
a very, very,
podcasts.
very fun month. Yes.
It has been a very fun month.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about us playing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was talking about
Yeah,
playing.
it has been a fun fucking month
Yeah.
for
Yes.
recording season 3. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Don't worry about it. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there in August.
August 2nd.
Yeah, August. So,
Yeah.
so
Save the
tune in
date.
for that. Yeah, I'll see if I can make
Save
the
the
same
date.
joke then and be like, "Oh, if you thought we were excited before."
You can't say the break was a surprise because I've been saying it for a month.
Yeah, I mean, we've mentioned it a few times.
Yeah. We're not going to mention it ever again after this.
No.
So you'll just
I've-
have to figure it out.
That's a lie because I've already recorded stuff for April.
Well, I'm not going to mention it.
All right. Well, this morons has. Let me make sure I'm counting this correctly. Really? That was the whole arc? Okay. There's only one arc
Yep.
for the whole time.
Yep.
Which is
1 through 9.
What goes up?
Yep.
You fill
Parts
in the
1
rest
through
with your
9.
head.
Yep.
Yep.
Or wait till April and
Yeah.
get it.
What goes
that
up
too.
comes in April.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
See, level 9.
We all hit level 9.
Level 9.
Um,
Well earned level 9.
Episode 99, level 9.
99999.
Nine, nine.
That's why we
Alistair
did
has
it.
9 lives.
the
Yeah.
mighty number 9. Some would say. Actually, no. That's probably not a very good comparison.
No.
Mega Man.
Mega Man
9.
jokes, everyone. We got them.
9.
Mhm.
But level 9. Well, I finally got access to 3rd level spells, which thank God I have
Yay.
I got the ability to res someone in case someone dies, which
Yay.
you'll have to see.
Unless you burn up all your spell slots.
Unless I burn up all my spell slots, which I am super prone to do because they're super fun spells.
Yeah.
I got turbo elixirs, which was fun.
Mhm.
Or did I get that 10?
We haven't.
We haven't hit 10. No, so yeah, it would have been 9. Okay, yeah. So I got turbo elixirs. I think that was really it that I got.
Yeah, you got a couple like fancy spells. Like
yeah, I
one
got
that makes you like a
revivify, and then I
boogity
got
gas monster or something.
gaseous form and
That's the one.
dispel magic.
Yes. and Alistair got 5th level spells, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly.
I got
Which-
5th level spells.
None of that will.
I don't think
None
he
of that
picked
will
any.
come up later. I can almost guarantee it.
Actually, I don't think I even picked up a 5th level spell, to be honest.
Dim door.
No, you didn't.
No, Dim Door's 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You specifically said that you didn't find any 5th level spells you
That
wanted.
you wanted to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you
But-
did get Dim Door.
But everything scales up to 5th level because Warlock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah,
And I
it's
also got
very
Safety Net,
convenient.
the book.
Yes, the book. The book.
It's a really good book.
It's a good book, as long as your name's
Yeah.
in it.
And
As long as your
Victor-
name is in it.
And Victor got like a bump to most stuff overall, and he also got 15 temp hit points every short rest, long rest, one of the two.
Have you been using
from the wraps? Huh?
Have you been using that?
Yes, of course. Why would I not be using that?
I
Yeah.
don't remember that.
I
You
being-
give
whined and
Victor some
complained for the
HP.
past year
Well-
about Victor's HP. Of course, I'm using it.
I don't think it hasn't come into play like taking a short rest or anything like that.
I just
like
don't remember you ever mentioning it. Was the
Steven
thing.
asked a
Yeah,
lot
when we did
about
the
it,
short
but
rest,
I'm like,
yeah.
no, you don't get a short rest.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
Okay.
No
If
short
you,
rest.
if you
Why you're
don't
asking
ask,
all the
you'll
time.
never know.
Okay.
I know.
And meanwhile, Alistair's like, it only takes 30 minutes.
I ask lots of questions because I don't know what I'm doing.
Alistair,
No, it's fine.
Alistair rests even if he can't get a short rest.
I was just saying it was mentioned multiple times, but
It was
I was
mentioned.
like,
I just don't remember
you don't
right
have
at this
time.
moment.
So,
Yeah.
we do explain what the book does essentially, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
Alistair
gave
explains it.
a pretty decent brief overview of what the book does.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Alistair gave a briefer one to Victor.
Now, I
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
I actually have a question about the book.
Okay.
Oh.
Does it only work if you write the name?
Well, the way that we're playing this out, because, and I mean, we did this in the episode even.
Yeah, they
But
wrote it.
the way we're playing this out is the person who's trying to do so would need to sign their name.
Yeah, which
Okay.
y'all did.
Mm.
Yes.
Y'all signed your own names.
As a matter of fact, that's kind of the way that the text even reads, because it says that I have to allow you to write your name in it.
Oh, okay. So it's something that has to be,
Yes.
you have to willfully. Okay. So if someone like took your book and then
Yeah.
wrote their name in it, it wouldn't have the same effect.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
Because
that's
I
what I
have
was
to
curious
allow them to write their name in it for it to work.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just curious about that.
I was wondering why it said Pallid Mask on that
Mhm.
page.
in like the old middle school like jelly roller pen ink, and it was like,
Yeah.
and it was
Bright pink.
and it's
With-
it's yellow, but it's like yellow with like the glitter and everything. In
Yeah,
it.
glitter. Yeah.
But yeah, after we do the level up stuff, Victor still has the lowest HP, so everything's as normal as it should
Yep.
be.
Yeah. does. Thank you.
Carl, you're welcome. You did it to yourself.
I was nice though. I was nice and give you extra temp
You
HP.
were nice.
Yeah.
I appreciate
because
that.
your
That does
raps
help.
leveled up.
Yeah.
It doesn't take away from Victor's ability or failure to be able to level up.
Then you're gonna find out.
Himself.
You're gonna find out
Like-
later on that the raps are like another character you have that you can actually take a class for in multiclass.
The raps are becoming a legendary item.
Yes.
And like at this point, with everything that they're getting, it's just adding up.
And you you use it all the time, so that would make perfect sense.
Yep.
Mhm.
I mean,
I'm
it's
just
like you
getting
just
better
can't
at
get rid of it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't.
No. You attached at the hip even.
They are inseparable.
At the hip, at the chest, at the elbow,
Yeah, it's
the knee,
basically
the
yeah,
neck.
a lot of your body, neck.
the neck.
So after we do the level up shenanigans and save our progress, because that's the way I look at the writing the name of the book. It's just okay.
Yeah.
So quick save. Cool.
Save your
All right.
progress.
Yep, quick save before we go on.
Yeah.
I throw together some new elixirs. I don't remember if I give them out at that time
you gave them out.
shortly
Yeah.
after. It was like an
Yeah,
episode
yeah.
later.
because I'm nice like that.
But it's
But,
like it was like right
yeah,
at the
you
beginning.
do it at the
like
beginning of episode 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you can
Yeah,
tell,
like-
I did not listen through the episodes before the review.
No, I did. Which is why it's
Yeah,
funny
we don't
let
have to
Max
because
do the
Steven
recap.
does.
Steven,
I
That's
listened to
right.
them enough already.
Steven does
Yeah.
a fantastic job of preparing a doc every single time we do a review and gives us very nice notes and very humorous notes, I might add.
I did it in my
Yes.
downtime.
Yeah,
today
episode 1
while
notes
I
are
was
out there
working.
on. Oh, go ahead. Episode
was
1
just-
notes are out there on Patreon too. Or
Yes.
not episode
Season
1,
one.
season 1,
Season one.
even.
All
And
of season
Episode-
1.
Technically,
will
the
put-
episode 1 notes are there.
they are there.
That's not a lie.
But season 2 will be going on Patreon after season 2 ends as well. So
Yeah. So it like in the garage, like Julian's making his elixirs, Victor's practicing with his sword.
Style.
He's practicing his style. You know,
Like your
you get a
style.
new weapon, you got to learn how to use it. Verspar and Evangeline fix up the car so that it's good to go and won't like get hit once and explode because we had never fixed it up until that point.
I like to imagine
And-
they do it to the tune of Grease Lightning. That's just my idea.
I've never watched Grease.
It's systematic. It's
I've seen the last-
magic. It's Grease Lightning.
I've seen the last song and like the car fly away like a dozen times, but I've never watched the movie Grease. It's funny. And then after all that happens, Julian has a heart-to-heart with Verspar to say, "Oh, I care about you and stuff. I want you
And
to
then-
be safe." And
and then takes her blood
Also,
and then he takes her blood. Yes,
for science.
for science.
for science. Yeah.
Science.
Oh, how many terrible things have done in the name of science, in particular to Julian.
You didn't actually take it for science. That was just a lie.
Yes.
You liar.
That's the ticket.
Yes.
Actually, his nickname now is Science, so it's not a
Science.
lie.
Yes.
Yes.
That's my middle name, Julian Science Cottage.
He's mutating, so he's his own experiment now.
Yeah, I'm weird. All right.
But y'all
We're
still
all a
don't
bit
know
weird.
this.
No.
Like nobody knows
And I've
that
done a-
he's changing.
Okay job at
He-
hiding it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we
Yeah.
covered. You gave out the elixirs in the next episode.
Yeah. Alistair tells Evangeline that Shadow's still around, or other
Yep.
Alistair, whatever you want
Which
to
you
call him.
were super not supposed to do.
No, he wasn't.
Which I super was going to do anyway.
All right, Alistair doesn't care.
And then we send them on their way, and they go away and in the car and make a lot of noise and have monsters in the street sort of chase the car off into the distance.
Yeah, like think Bloodborne monsters in the street, but like this car attracted the entire city.
The horde,
Watches all the
horde
Yarnum
was
folk.
summoned.
Yeah,
The Yarnum folk go by.
yeah, and somehow y'all managed on the way to the garage in the last month, and on the way to the tower, y'all managed to be sneaky and not get seen by anything, and you avoided all
We
combat.
rolled very well on our stealth rolls for that. Surprisingly
Yes.
well.
Yes,
So-
it was very helpful to not.
This
have
season
to do
could have been
extra
longer.
fights. It could have been.
I mean, it could always be longer.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes you got to go in the dreamlands for no reason.
Mhm.
But then you get level 9. and
Yeah.
everything-
Yeah, you
it's
do.
Everything's
okay.
fine.
And
Everything's
you level up because you chose to
fine.
do something dumb.
and it works.
Um,
I feel like that's
but you made it out.
that's a comparison for a lot of what we do in this campaign.
Nah, it wasn't dumb. It was very smart. It made sense.
No, it wasn't. Don't.
I'm pretty sure that could
That was
really be our
really dumb.
tagline, though.
I just wanted to do it.
It's our new tagline: microphones and monsters. And then we did something really dumb.
And now for something completely different.
A giant crustacean thing, which was
Yeah.
it's a custodian, abyssal custodian.
A
Crustodian.
Crust.
We both got there.
Yes, we did. I don't know whether we should be proud or
No,
ashamed.
we should not.
But he totally had the like metallic sheen of gold, yellow, to match his master. So, which is the pallid mask at the time.
Yeah. And
At
so
the time.
Mm-hmm.
So when Victor tried to trick him and it didn't work.
You didn't try to trick him.
You tried to
Victor
trick him.
tried to make it look like Victor
make it look
walked
like we
in.
walked in.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not.
But
No,
then he was just like,
Victor did. Yeah, Victor tried to trick him. Yeah.
Yeah, and
then
Adam
he was like, "What? That you didn't go anywhere? What's going on?"
Oh,
Like I didn't feel you come inside me, you know.
And Adam
I
had
remember.
Adam had a slip of wording.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which did not make it into the regular episodes.
But it's here now.
But I did save it. I saved the clip.
It took us like 15 minutes to calm down enough to
Oh my
continue.
God.
Yeah, I
it was
couldn't
terrible.
stop laughing. I left the laughing and me like trying to breathe.
And you said it was
After-
such a straight face too.
Yeah. But I lost it as soon as I
Yes.
said it. Because I didn't realize it while I was saying it.
Yeah.
You know?
And you had to try like a few more times to find a wording that didn't sound
Yes, it-
incredibly risque at
Yes.
that point.
We managed.
I mean,
to-
we're explicit podcast, but I wasn't going to leave that
Yes.
in. Like,
No. We're not that explicit.
I'd say I'm 31, but that's just what my birth certificate says. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, no.
No,
It's just a number.
It's just
you
a
just flip
number.
those numbers around.
Yeah, that's
and
pretty
you're
accurate,
Dead
actually.
on.
Wait, so I'm 53?
Yep.
Oh no!
Damn.
yeah, that
Makes you feel
doesn't
better.
that
makes
doesn't
me
work.
63. I'll be 73 in July.
No, instead you put the 5 on top and the 3 on the bottom, and you actually subtract. You're actually 2.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Okay, yeah.
But then it's also 2 in like dog years, so it like kind of evens out,
Yeah.
making it up.
And
a little.
Alistair's the only one that can talk to this thing, and
Yeah.
Why
Trust me, you wish you couldn't.
Why was that?
Julian's like, but
It
hear
was
me
speaking
out.
Because he's
Lightning
speaking
gun.
Aklo.
Aklo? That's what it was.
Yeah, Aklo.
Trust me, you don't want to speak Aklo.
Yeah, it's
Ju-
horrifying mouth movement. Correct.
Well, it's less that, and it's more that it's so like crazy and twisty and nonsensical that you have to be a little crazy to even understand it.
Gotcha.
And the more that you understand it, the more insane you become.
Okay.
Yeah. So Alistair is crazy or like insane. That's established now.
One of the things, like one of the things that's said about Aklo is that it doesn't even use like normal tenses. Like the actual tenses just kind of flip around here, there, and everywhere, like as part of speech.
Interesting.
Like it's just as a language, it just does not make any practical sense.
Julian wanted to shoot
So
it.
it's like English.
Yes, exactly. It's
I-
English.
Yeah.
I did want to shoot the lobster, but I decided.
You're like,
not
hear
to.
me out.
American.
Lightning gun.
Yeah. Has it not worked yet, audience?
Well,
Is firing the lightning gun. Don't break up the car.
Hey,
It worked great.
It worked. Just
It
maybe
did
not
work.
for what he wanted it
Super
to.
messed up.
it woke Victor back up. Alistair heads inside first. He's just like, all right, yeah, let's just do this. Then Victor and Julian, they all vanish and end of the episode cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck me.
Alistair didn't want to stick around to listen to any more Aklo innuendos.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then we go do something I didn't really see coming.
Nope.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of saw like a little bit of it coming, but not exactly that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was not sure how. I guess we can kind of talk about these parts kind of broadly a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I had two options that I could have done with this tower, and I could have done a more like traditional dungeon crawl, but that's not how I roll. So I decided to dive into the backstories of the characters and try and use it against them to try and like either get them to. I wanted to trigger emotions, really, and whether it was to drive you like angry, you use your happiness against you, like in Alistair's case with the first.
I mean, I would say in general, you succeeded pretty handily at that.
Yeah. Although you did have a third option because we didn't walk in and just see an elevator.
That's a fair point.
You walk in and you press the pallid mask button.
It just takes you to the top and just skip everything.
It's a red button. that says
No, y'all had to
Stables.
unlock that. It's like the tower in Let It Die. You know, you didn't get to the floor
I
to
forgot
unlock the
about Let It
elevator.
Die.
I know, it's awesome.
That game was rad, and people should have played it more.
They should have.
I don't know what that game is, so I guess I'm people.
It's a free game.
It's
okay.
a very weird niche game.
Very Souls-like game.
Yeah, with a very
okay.
weird.
I wouldn't
fun
be very
aesthetic.
good at that.
But
Yeah, everyone reacted a little differently.
I did not expect it. I didn't know where it was gonna go. Really.
I didn't
Victor,
realize that you were
of
gonna
course.
say the word fertile, which is
Oh yeah.
very unsettling.
Hold on.
Wait,
What?
what?
Fertile
Fertile.
in Julian's
In
background.
my
Oh, yeah,
background, yeah, that was gross.
Who said fertile?
You did.
Oh, I did.
No, I get what he's saying. It was when the mom, like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
held
yeah,
the whole,
yeah.
like Nancy down the street or something.
Yeah,
It was
that's-
Well,
very
it has to
fertile.
do with the goddess that they worship and
The
everything
goddess?
like that. Yeah.
Praise the goddess.
We'll find
And
out.
it's all
that
about
later.
fertility and children and everything like that. So
Loin product.
I need you to not say loin for as long as you live. Thank you.
But Victor's a chef.
Unless you were talking
Yeah,
about
I mean, he was making a
loin
pork loin
or beef
tonight.
loin.
oh, but yeah. Yeah, Victor, his mom freaks out at him about
Yes, she did.
yeah.
Which this is the kind of the first, I guess, vivid glimmer we kind of have of Victor's backstory, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aside
Yeah.
from
I mean,
the
I would
nightmare.
say, yeah, and I would say going into this, like, I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, I feel like going into this, Victor's is probably the one that was least talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Like the least was revealed about it up to this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it wasn't like on purpose because Victor's like this secret nobody. Like it never came up. It
Yeah.
never came up. We was busy for the last 100 or so episode.
See,
But
yeah.
we hinted at it with the nightmare, or I hinted at it with the
Yes.
nightmares.
Yeah.
Because the nightmares were a huge part of this as it comes out in later episodes with the with the crypt folk, and you end up attacking them, and they disappear and melt into the floor.
Yeah, and it's it's been more or less fully formed. You know, maybe a detail here or there changed in the past year because we didn't overtly say anything. But
yeah,
but everything that you saw on the nightmares was pretty much thought up before we played the first session.
Well,
Yeah.
at least for the most part, that was true of Alistair's background as well.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to fact check us, there's actually a backstory like recording that we did that I guess isn't really necessarily fully canon, but is at least I like the idea of canon.
well, I released it on Patreon,
Right. That's what I'm saying.
so it's
There is one on Patreon now. Like
Yeah.
you can
the
join
first
Patreon
draft.
and go check it out.
I took some things out that aren't canon anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard the new version.
I put it up.
I know,
thought
but
I did.
I'm not a patron.
No.
So I can't see it. I don't even have the login. I don't
Yeah,
even
so-
have a Patreon account, unfortunately.
So if you want to check that out, like that was I guess actually the first thing that I'd recorded as Alistair at all.
Yeah.
No, it's good. I've heard it. I heard it before I officially joined the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, hey, like this is what we're doing. This is one of the characters. This is the backstory. Come up with a cool backstory like this.
And it's just interesting because Alistair doesn't really like talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, you might even say that he actively avoids talking about it at times.
You might say that.
You don't bring it up in conversation normally, so that tracks.
Yeah.
It seems like Alistair doesn't even remember all of it himself most of the time.
I mean, who's to say?
Yeah.
Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, but he's not going to talk about it.
Or he
Yeah.
chooses not to.
Yeah.
But these episodes do touch on things that happen in the backstory. But Alistair is just like, he's just like, okay, well, I'm focusing on one thing and ignoring everything else going on that I'm trying to throw at him. And then he just ends up Eldritch blasting everything as soon as it's like just not convenient for him anymore.
This amuses me no longer. Eldritch Blast.
You're in my way. Goodbye.
Yeah. But it is definitely interesting that the three of us all had very different reactions to confronting our past.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I did not expect Victor to just be like, no, I'm done with this. Like, I'm going to eat this. This just make you happy. Like, like it had so much like just anger and emotion in it. I did not see it coming. And then Julian's, I felt bad. Because I drove
like
Julian to want
Congratulations,
to.
you made me feel bad too.
I drove Julian to give up, basically, but Victor was able to save him.
Yeah.
Victor won't allow Julian to give up.
Yeah, so each one of us basically has like a 2-part dream diversion, vision diversion. I don't know what to call it.
Alistair got 3, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Victor had a couple parts, but there was
It was kind of
some
shifting
of them
because yours are based on memories and stuff, and your memories swapping and everything is kind of different because you have those instant memory changes and stuff like that. So I kind of did that a little bit differently with you because it played into your actual like inherent abilities.
Yeah. Even though I think at least one of the memories didn't line up with the food that was eaten, but that wasn't what was important.
Yeah, no. But we played it out because it is all.
Yeah.
So I had a traumatic experience with a dream hallucination with my parents, which we all played that out very well and very true to Julian's character, which was fun.
I love that, like, just an offhand remark that I gave him the fun, that was his fun like accent, like he had that country accent.
It's all
like
because he got drunk and
it's all I got drunk
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was such a cool little thing. I was just like, yeah, fuck, I want to run with this.
Yep.
And it's paying dividends because this is really fun to do.
Yeah. I did take some creative freedom on like your past and like your past home based on like
because some of the stuff was like ad-libbed and like it wasn't like approached before, but it aligned so much with like the background that it worked great. So that was a really good job on your part.
Yeah. Thank you.
Except for the part, where I was, in my lab and was having very dark thoughts. But that was more on me than anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you created that I just gave it to you and you just lost it.
It's one
And
of those.
luckily Victor was next door.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where, like, at least at this point in the story, like, no matter what Julian does, like, he can, the accomplishments of, working with the DDA, the relationships he has with Alistair and Victor and the other members of the DDA, all of that stuff is helping, but there is still this thing that he cannot get past. And when confronted with it in his face, Julian's not the strong person to overcome it, as we see.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't see any of y'all's reactions. Nope. Like
that was all
happening.
All thrown together immediately on my part.
The sad thing is, if nothing had happened, if nobody had come and knocked on the door, Alistair would probably still be in that first memory right now.
Yeah, and that's where Victor was different. Is Victor lives with his past every day in his head, you know, like he has clear memories of stuff that he wasn't even there for. And so the fact that the fact that that's how he lives his life, it's nothing new for him to think about these memories and confront them. And so when you just make them materialize in front of him, now he's just ticked off because he doesn't want to deal with this right now. He's on a mission, you know, and you're delaying it to try to trick him in a way that won't work. Like that's where the anger was coming from. It's like Victor's like, this is wasting time. You know, we have to stop this guy, and this is pointless. He doesn't realize how pointless this is to Victor.
And I've said it a few times. I love your angry Victor. Your angry Victor's
Yeah.
awesome. It sounds
Angry
like,
Victor's fun.
It sounds very genuine, and I can kind of see you get a little bit of heat behind it as your own, as Steven, when it's happening, because you're just like, this is unfair and terrible to Victor. This is not good. I don't like this. I'm angry about the situation.
Yep, that's
Steven's all angry. How dare you do this to Victor?
I'm like the Christian Bale of Microphones and Monsters.
Oh
no.
do you want to hold on to that statement? Or
I've been eating like human flesh for the past 3-4 months just to get into character.
All right.
I mean,
That's
but only
not
if it's
true.
been rotted.
Yeah.
Yes. The older, the better.
Yeah.
Graveyards beware.
That's a tagline. That is fan art just waiting to happen of just like a nice candid shot of Victor, and the bottom just says "Graveyards beware."
Yes.
Victor's here.
But just remember that he's not enjoying it.
No.
He's trying his best to
Like the
enjoy
image
it.
of Victor just kind of going around through a graveyard with like a kiss the cook apron and like a chef's hat.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to desecrate your grave, but I gotta eat.
And
I'm so sorry.
This is just awfully good for me. So Victor rescues Julian. Thank you very much for rescuing my character. If that,
No problem.
I get to do
Thank
one
you,
damage to Victor.
yeah,
yeah, thanks.
I mean, you grabbed a doorknob of a room that's on fire.
yes.
What do you
Julian-
think's gonna happen?
Julian will be
I was-
through the next couple of
I
episodes.
was imagining tapping the door handle first. To see
Oh,
if
okay,
it's
okay,
hot,
no.
like you learn, and like you know, like
I
fifth
go to
grade when
open
they
the
show you
door,
video.
you burn your hand.
Yeah, it's a metal doorknob. Well, at least you don't shoot it like they do in the movies. That ends terribly.
Yeah. Because then I go in and Julian's standing there and he's holding his gut.
Yeah.
No, he
for
kicked the door.
shrapnel.
He kicked the door off the hinges because he rolled really good.
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah. No, I had to save my friend Julian because, you know,
Who else is going to
Victor asked if Alistair was in there, but in hindsight, Victor knew that it was Julian inside the flaming room.
Yeah.
Really?
How would you ever have
Flaming
guessed?
ruin. Who would have thunk it?
Maybe Alistair's in there with him, but if the room is on fire, then it contains Julian. Cotton.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is a good guess. Yes. An educated guess.
And of the two, Julian might have a harder time knocking the door down than Alistair.
Yeah.
So. And then Victor forgot that the Vox box existed.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
all did.
Adam
Yeah.
made it a cliffhanger that I was stupid. Thanks.
Oh yeah, because you were like,
Do you have any way to get a hold of Alistair and figure out where he is?
He's like,
I've
well-
got an idea.
I don't know if it's gonna work. Then we start off the episode. I pull out my Vox box.
No. You gave like 10 minutes in another room with Alistair before.
Oh, yeah,
you
that's
pulled the
right, that's
Vox box out.
Yeah. Because I had to catch him up to where y'all were.
Yeah, yeah. But then he blows the door off his room. And
Oh, he
and-
waits in there. He waits in there
Yeah.
till y'all get there. And then you're like, "Hey, can you try and shoot off the door?" And he's like, "I could have just done this the whole time."
Yep.
But
It's like, why was I waiting for you again?
And then we get our bearings, and Victor has has a drink, and then we go up to
We get the band back together.
Yeah. He's angry, throws the glass down the stairs.
Dude, you threw the,
Yes.
you threw the bottle. You littered.
Took the edge off. Victor was tense. He was irritated. He needed something to calm down and make him a little bit, what was it, athletics? Figured just
Yeah,
in
it was
case he had to
athletic
jump
brew,
around.
We keep climbing the tower, and we get to the top.
Yep.
Unaccosted, I might add. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting us to run into at least a couple encounters in the tower.
Y'all did run into a couple
you
encounters.
had to defeat your parents.
Yeah, you had to defeat your memories, basically.
Isn't that everyone's goal?
Yes. No.
First response was yes.
No, I just wasn't listening to you. I'm trying to flow
That was a
podcast.
Freudian slip.
But no, when it comes down to it, he wasn't really trying to stop us. He was just trying to annoy us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if it stopped you, like if Julian
delayed us.
died, like the pallid mask would have benefited from that.
If Julian died,
Um,
the next series of events, I think, would have played out vastly different.
Probably.
Yeah, I think the whole thing comes down to hubris.
Mm-hmm.
He probably was just like, this will cripple them horribly and they'll never make it to me.
And
Oh, yeah.
and okay, so if that's the case, do you think it's more hubris on Pallid Mask's side or Dalton's side?
I mean, we already know Dalton has like hubris and spades.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go with that.
I think the combo, like the first time we met the Tattered King in that portal with Tanasha talking for him, like it was obvious that he was kind of cocky about his ability to manipulate, and so I think it just comes with the territory, comes with the yellow coat.
Comes with the yellow.
Yeah.
You might even say he's a bit yeller.
That guy brings his monkey everywhere, and all it does is cause problems.
that monkey is far too curious.
Far too curious. But yeah, we get to the top, and
Did you get to what I wrote?
I have to read this verbatim. Excuse me. The Pallid Mask shows them a magical PowerPoint on how shields and such work and why they exist and what his plan is. Parentheses. Get to the center and get more power and stuff. Period.
Tell me I'm wrong.
That's not inaccurate.
And it was magical.
It was a magical PowerPoint.
It was pretty much a magical PowerPoint.
He made an image appear and was like, and this is how this
Or,
works.
or
and
what's
this is this. and
what's the? It's like PowerPoint, but it does like the web instead. Do you know what I'm talking about?
It was like a big
Prezi or-
hologram.
Prezi,
like
yeah, Prezi.
Prezi?
Yeah.
Prezi.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that thing.
Yeah, it's awful. It's techie.
I don't like it. My ex-wife.
But yeah, he did major image because he wanted y'all to be on y'all. He wanted to convince y'all to work for him, and that you had a better chance with him than anybody else.
Yeah, because he was trying to play, because he made a deal with us before, and I guess he was trying to play off that initial deal for the key.
Yeah, and Victor pointed out that he kind of screwed it up by ticking you guys off because you guys were the ones that might have done
Might
it.
have actually done it.
Yeah.
He didn't say no implicitly.
And y'all were jerks the whole time. Like y'all were just jerks to me the entire I even
Turnabout
put
is
that in
fair
the
play.
notes in the description. I was like, they're big jerks. I don't know if anybody caught that in the description.
Alistair was absolutely being a jerk to him. Very
Victor
intentionally.
was being a jerk to him. Victor was mad and he was buzzed.
I was running emotionally high. That's going to be my excuse.
Yeah,
Like Alistair wasn't mad at him or anything. He was just being a jerk because he wanted to be a jerk.
Yeah, and then
yeah. Well, I honestly I think the response to him was worse than if we had not had if he hadn't tried to slow us down in the tower, we wouldn't have been as hostile.
And then he continues to goad us further by putting basically 4 zombie images of all of our associates from the other world.
Yeah.
To my understanding, those were not images.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like,
no, I figured that they were the Gerbo, Gertie, Chandira, and Barum of this world that were absorbed by the Pallid Mask and Beast.
Right.
Kind of like the people were absorbed by the Beast in the other one.
What's your name?
Yeah. I'm Gerbo.
like there's no hesitation.
That's my name.
It's like,
The
hi,
skin
doggy.
just melts off his bones and eyes like
I feel
shrink
like-
into his head.
That's
I feel like
not
Gerbo.
nice.
Hey, stop
I feel like
that.
Gerbo wouldn't even wait for him to ask. Gerbo would have just walked
just
up and
turns
been
around
like,
and
"Hi,
just says,
doggy, I'm Gerbo."
Hi, doggy. Would it have been the dog or would it have been the giant shrimp or whatever?
Oh, that's a good question. Is it a shrimp or is it a crustacean in this world and a dog in the other world?
Well, it's the same entity.
Yeah. It was the same entity. Well, y'all
Yeah.
were told that it was the same entity.
Yeah. It's
but
the same
but
one.
it wasn't as powerful as it was now versus yeah. It's more powerful now than it was when y'all encountered it the first time. So it was like this.
So I think
Mangy.
it's safe to assume that it probably was still more dog-like when it first arrived in this world.
So as you say
Yeah.
that it was in beast mode?
Oh, yeah, it's it.
Nothing out of you, Steven? Nothing?
And not the abyssal custodian.
I can only insult you so many times for your transgression.
But but yeah, y'all got rid of the zombies really quickly, and then cliffhanger, as like all those zombies are like crawling all over you, and because he makes a bunch of them come up out of the ground, and y'all just have like an entire city or the entire roof is covered in zombies, and they're grabbing at you, and then he's like, I could do this all day, like tired of playing. Let's get this on.
And then Julian does the, hey, guess what I can do most of the day? Zap.
And he hits him one time with the lightning.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I felt bad for Max.
Yeah, there was
because
some
you had a
bad
headache
rolls.
too, right?
Oh god, that was
You-
so
Yeah.
during
Oh,
that
yeah.
time,
Was that day?
I had like the worst migraine that like crept up while we were recording, and you can kind of hear it in my voice that like you think it's because I'm rolling like really shit. Like yeah, I was kind of
Yeah.
a little.
It was in character.
Yeah,
you
like I
know.
was a little mad that I was rolling piss poor, and I was like getting mad at the lightning and stuff like that. But at the same time, it felt like there were just goblins hitting my head with a fucking hammer. And like
Yeah.
I didn't have the camera at the time, but like I was
Right.
literally just like ducked down, like I want to move away, doing this like the entire time. Like it was
He's
so
rubbing his forehead
fucking
above his
painful.
eyes
Yeah,
with his
yeah,
hands.
rubbing my head is
because you still can't see him.
yeah. I'm showing you guys because you can see me now, and it was just
Yes,
it was
yes.
the worst. Like, and I didn't want to
No.
because we were on a roll. We were doing like a really really good session. I didn't want to stop it because
Oh
of
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
This was a
Yeah,
fantastic
yeah.
session.
Everything was looking up.
But the good thing about that was that was more or less the state Julian was in anyway.
Yeah.
Like
It worked
Julian
out.
was,
Yeah.
was like 20 minutes before. Well, maybe not 20 minutes, but like like within the last hour, standing there, willing to just let flames engulf him. Like he was in a bad place,
Yeah.
and so
That has something to do with it too.
thankful. Like the dice rolls sucked, but they thematically fit with what was going on.
Yeah.
Which I mean, you can't make that up. That's just how it
No.
plays out, and that's awesome.
Meanwhile, I felt great, which is why Victor was successful.
Yeah.
I didn't feel great, but
No, you were pissed.
yeah, Victor was pissed, and he made a fool of the Pallid Mask. A fool, I said.
Yes. You have been rused, sir.
Yes.
And Alistair just waved his scorpion tail around.
Yeah.
It
You
worked.
hit him a lot. Well, I mean, you hit him a good amount of times
Did not
too.
like that.
He crit.
And then
he you know, like
Did
the
he crit yet?
odds. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the crit would have been before he cocooned.
Okay.
yeah,
Yes.
and then he tried to do the whole, oh well, how can you fight what you can't see? And then he tries to do mirror image, and I'm just like, spell magic. Nope, this time it works.
And you were like, dispel magic isn't useless.
Yeah.
No, Steven was like, dispel magic is not the new detect magic.
I took it back.
And yeah, that made him super nettled.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, he was already mad. Like he was like, you know, where did you get your fancy shirt? Except he didn't say that, and so you said, I got my magic rock from somewhere else.
And I wasn't lying.
And it wasn't a lie, no.
Yeah.
Which was great. Because, like, when you asked me the question, I was like, okay, does he mean the lightning gun? Or does he mean the... which one do you... I got 3, man. Which one are you talking about?
And Alistair was just like, I got it from a pretty lady, and she's mad at you.
When you said, like, it has to be immediate and truthful, I was like, well, I can't really ponder it, so it's got to be the first thing that comes to my head. And I was just like, weird thing, go.
Trapezohedron, yeah.
Yeah.
Dodecahedron, I think you said it.
Yeah. The mysterious shape of many things.
Then we have another course of Richard's home study of geometrical shapes or whatever it was.
Yeah.
The Richard Collins Geometry Linguistics Home Study course.
Yeah, that's it.
So
Homesteading.
Story behind that, when I was listening to the episode so I could do the outro, I could have sworn that Steven said homesteading, not home study. So I was just like, what the hell is a homesteading course? So I went on YouTube and looked up a homesteading course. I'm like, oh, it's like teaching people how to be on a farm. It's like, oh, that's perfect.
Yes.
That'll play into the way I do the Julian voice. And then I just ran with it, posted the outro. It was like, it's home study. I'm like, oh. It's still
Whatever.
Man.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Whatever.
With humble words from Alistair.
Yeah, humble words.
Oh man.
No, but like when he did the duplicates, when Julian dispelled it, it made him mad enough to get close to us, like Julian and Victor, and then we got the dread.
Yeah,
and then Alistair went and took up his place on the throne.
Yes, Alistair took the throne. King Alistair. And that scorpion tail was weakening, like it was cutting through the wraps.
Yeah, because every time
And he tried to cover it up with minor
which is just
illusion.
great. Using illusions. Like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. It didn't cut me.
Yeah. It's totally something that he would do. He would use a
And Victor was just like, nah.
I'm not crying.
he would waste a spell to cover up a weakness.
He's that vain. That vain, yeah.
Yeah, well, like he wants to look powerful, and so that's why Victor was like, deception check, and essentially shot his rap straight at it, and he's like, nuh-uh.
Deception check with an attack roll. Yeah, it's
Exactly.
pretty nice.
Like, nope, I feel great.
Never better.
Hit him there.
Yes, hit him there. I do a little bit of healing. I mess with the lightning gun. We just do more combat.
Victor goes to stab the pallid mask again in that spot, but only gets one wrap in. Then Steven spends like 10 minutes trying to be creative.
I looked at the time too when I was recording the episode. It took over 10 minutes for me to do that bonus action. But it was worth it. It worked.
It's okay though. It's okay. I thought about cutting more, but I was just like, it's fine.
Yeah. So apologies if you find the D&D rules and turn taking and stuff tedious, but It was an important part, and you can just imagine all of that happening in Victor's head within like the course of 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that's pretty
Well, I
much
just
what
say
was
some
going
things
on.
just weren't possible to do.
Yeah.
Like extending a big amount of space that
Right.
appears empty on yourself that also includes Julian in it at the time, and I was just like,
Yeah.
like Richard was like, well, you could do the empty space. I was like, Julian's there, like we can't
with
do
the other
that.
illusions we had done, it was a little bit more loose, but in the combat, Adam had to kind of tighten it up and rein it in, and so that's where all the confusion came from.
Yeah.
So sorry, but
it was
worked.
definitely pretty like rules abusive to try and do it the way that I was suggesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, it's not. No.
I made it work.
Yes, you did make it work with the fake silver key, and you got his attention.
I
And
did
then you
get his
pissed him
attention.
off.
Real fake keys.
Yeah, well, he pissed me off first.
You started
The real
it.
fake D.
Yeah, you started it by entering the world.
By
Go
being
away.
here, dick.
Yes.
Then Alistair mocks him, tries to hit him again, misses.
That's pretty much my story. Like in like Alistair just sits on the throne, mocks the pallid mask, and tries to swipe at him with the scorpion tail.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then you really piss him off. Like royally piss him off.
Oh yeah, but not before I stabbed him like in the chest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, take that, dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Plus,
Yeah, you did get
plus
the
I stunned him
advantage.
twice.
Yes, you did.
We had 2 rounds
Those-
of him stunned
those
before
stuns
Adam
were
came up with a way
clutch.
to
When
stop it from
you
happening.
remember the stunning strike, as you're doing now more often, it's very, very, very good.
Yes, I put it in my notes.
The sticky note on your side of your monitor, remember stunning
Yes.
strike?
I'm on a Mac. I'm using the Stickies application, and I
Oh,
have
I thought
it
you meant
on
like
there.
a
I have
physical
a literal
sticky note on the monitor.
No, I do have a literal sticky note on my monitor that says watchbugsdie.com that I put there last Microphones and Morons.
Do me a favor. Please take a picture of that and put it up on the Cast Junkie Discord. Please, please.
Yeah,
please.
Watchbugsdie.com. It's going to be mentioned in every single Morons for the eternity.
That's what
At
the
least
Post-it
until
note's
it,
there
at
for.
least until it becomes a thing.
Yeah.
I love
It needs to be a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll make it big. We'll make
We
it
did make it a thing.
Well,
we did it. You made a
I mean-
fake Tulsa.
yeah.
We did a bug zapper.
Yes,
They
but
were-
it's not literally an actual real life
Oh, I
thing
know.
yet.
I know. I know.
The fans demand it, Adam.
Yeah, I
They
know. I
demand
know.
it.
Yes, you
Okay.
can hear how much they're clamoring for it.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
mean,
okay,
we're
vote.
speaking for them. So
Everyone vote. Make sure tweet at mikesandmonsters.com and let us know whether you'd rather hear more episodes of the show or have watchbugsdie.com. And if the response is big enough, we'll end the show and just have the website.
Or better option, both.
Or both. I guess that's an option too.
That's an option too.
But yeah, so you stunned him, and I felt like that was a perfect cliffhanger, leading up to what happens in the next episode. And like as I'm like doing all these cliffhangers for each episode, and I was telling them, I was like, I imagine myself like being Trevor on The Whitest Kids You Know, and they're doing the teacher meeting, and the one teacher's like, well, wanting to like invent detention and study hall and did all that kind of shit, and be like, let's leave him a cliffhanger where he stuns. That'll really piss him off. Like, I was like that the entire time I was doing all these cliffhangers. I was like, oh yeah, that'll really piss him off.
what's going to be the absolute worst place to leave people hanging?
By the way, did you listen to the last episode before you listened to this one? Before you listened to Microphones
I think
and
that was a
Morons?
very
'Cause-
subtle pun, actually.
Oh, I know. But also, the very last thing that happened is the Pella mask.
Which
snapped
I
his
guess as
fingers
you're-
at
as
Alistair
you're
and said,
listening-
die.
As you're listening, we still don't have a resolution to that. We're still waiting.
It's true.
Uh huh.
That'll really piss off the fans.
Yes, yes, it will.
Really
Please
piss off
quit
Alistair too.
antagonizing the fans, Adam.
Well, it ticked
no,
off Victor
no, I
that
get-
the building went around him and made like a giant pimple or whatever, and then he couldn't stun him
Can
again.
you not?
The big
With the
pimple.
imagery?
I didn't come up with that. That was Adam.
Yeah.
That was not directed. That was more everyone. That was
Yeah.
that was a general statement. Oh God, the fertile loin and imagery of pimples are making me very uncomfortable during this, Morons.
Nah, you'll be all right.
I'll get over it.
You'll get over it.
Mm-hmm. Unless,
So yeah, Victor's illusion did disappear because he lost it when he did those attacks and used up his bonus actions, and well, he'd already used his bonus action, then made the attack, lost it. But
Yeah,
the
but
the bonus action set up to get the advantage on the attack, so it worked out really well
Yeah.
in his favor.
Oh, totally. It was cool.
Mm-hmm. And then Thanos cut.
Julia tried the lightning gun again, missed.
Yeah, and that's when
Alistair missed again. Yeah,
I
it was.
Yeah, I stunned him again and clawed him, and then I got whispers in my head. But
Oh yeah,
but
because
then-
you actually touched the wraps with your physical body, or like
yeah,
your
because I
physical.
tried to use one of my monk abilities.
Mm-hmm.
I got punished for using Flurry of Blows. But yeah, that there's not much more that happened after that. I mean, the building protected him to keep him from getting stunned again, because I was going to try to do it. I was just going to keep him down. I don't care if it's bad for the story. I want this guy dead.
Guess
'Cause
what?
I don't want Victor dead.
AC 25 sucks.
You missed something in your notes. He was totally doing the creep.
Oh yeah.
He was creeping, like he was all hunched, like after he broke out of the pimple. He was
about
totally creeping on y'all in his head, like creaking to the side, looking and focusing on who was pissing him off the most, which turned out to be Alistair, and he cast Power Word Kill and snapped his fingers and said, "Die."
Tune in next
Well, you
month to
didn't
find out
say
the
that.
exciting resolution of that whole spiel. Except it won't be just April. It'll be further down the road. Well, no.
Yep.
Will we wrap up in April, Morons, or would it be May?
It would be
April.
April.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it'll be fun in April.
The finale is the last Friday of April.
Well, at least we can know that Alistair definitely did his part by completely pissing off a BPEG.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I think there was a group effort on that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, but obviously Alistair pissed him off the most.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you don't roll out 9th level spells against like somebody who only kind of pissed you off a bit.
That is true. That is true. Yeah.
there is a certain level of spite when you start throwing that kind of shit around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he does the snap. We all get blipped, and we have to wait 5 years for the Avengers to bring us back. So
Yep. So I guess we'll see y'all in 2026.
see you in 2026. It's been real.
Why
yeah, at
didn't
the
you
time
just do
this
that in
episode
the first place?
releases, if you listen to it on the 30th, you got to wait 3 days. Find out what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I'm not.
This fight, of course, this is like going to be, this is the penultimate of what we've been trying to do for a very long time.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's real interesting. Tune in and find
Yeah.
out.
I will say, from the time that y'all leveled to 9 to the time that we recorded the finale, so that's 2 months total worth of episodes, I had no prep notes.
Mm.
Who needs prep?
I also had no prep notes.
I had ideas in my head, and I was just like, I honestly, I did not know how y'all would. I didn't know if the tower would be a fun. I mean, yes, it was terrible, but I didn't know if it would be a fun experience, like to go through that and be a good story, and everything. And I feel like it turned out really well. And and then the first part of the boss fight with that ends with Power Word Kill being cast on Alistair. I felt like it wasn't planned, but I felt like it was the perfect group of episodes to release on our 1-year anniversary month.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty intense set of episodes. Do you know we have over 90 hours of content now?
Yeah. Over 91 hours.
I mean, when
That's
you
a large
include all of
number
the
of
like
hours.
morons and everything.
That's released. Like by the time we release 116, it'll probably be over 100 hours.
Spoilers.
We already told what day the finale's coming out.
I know.
But yeah, I think
Making
that's a pretty good point to wrap up. We got like we've already said, August 2nd, season 3 will start. The finale for season 2 is going to be at the end of April, so you don't want to miss that.
There's very interesting about the beginning of season 3. But
Do I know?
Listen, there's something very interesting about the beginning of season 3.
Well, don't spoil it.
I'm not going to, but it's very
Yeah.
special. You should definitely tune in.
Yeah. Trying to think
Yep.
of.
So who?
Definitely.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. Mine's dumb. Do yours first.
I was just gonna
This is
say, like, head on over to our Patreon. Like, you can get the ad-free episodes, bonus content. We are still going to be doing bonus content during the break.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you want stuff during the break, you have to get the bonus content.
Yes.
So you have to do the Patreon.
But it's not like story, like
No, this is all extra stuff.
It's-
Not.
yeah, it's
related.
all extra. Even Alistair's backstory is extra. You don't need it in with everything to know what's going on with Alistair at this point. Like, it's
Right.
kind of
Right.
obvious. But that's just a little bonus thing we recorded ahead of time, just like session 0, and it gives a little bit more into Alistair, but it's not necessary.
Yeah.
But you want it.
It's a pretty cool little listen. Like,
Yep.
We do have the store back up on our website.
And
Ooh.
in a brand spanking new looking website.
Yes.
Yes.
yeah, it's not just a
Yes,
link tree
it's
anymore.
fancy.
It's an actual website.
Spent a few weeks trying to figure out how to build a website.
I didn't do that. It was Adam.
Adam, if I was
Adam did
if
it.
I was a person who did not roam the internets very often, and I wanted to find this new website, where would I go?
You go to microphonesandmonsters.com. You can also type in mikesandmonsters.com.
Interesting.
We got both.
Yep.
And
And soon to come, watchbugsdie.com.
and as a bonus, you can even just use Google, because even if you don't use the internet much, you probably know what that is now.
Yeah.
And you can just Google microphones and monsters, and we should be right there.
Yeah, you can probably just Google Mikes and Monsters.
Yep.
Better question: if I used Ask Jeeves, would it show up?
That's a good question. I've never tried.
Never tried.
I'm pretty sure he's not around anymore.
Oh, that's very sad.
No, you got to use Expedia now.
What about DuckDuckGo?
DuckDuckGo.
Oh God, I forgot
And
about
nobody
DuckDuckGo.
uses Bing.
I like DuckDuckGo.
Yeah, we got fan art. We got about us. If you want to know more about us, there's not a lot there, but there's stuff there.
There is stuff there.
We've been getting more fan art again recently. Give us all your fan art.
Please.
Draw everything and
Fan art
Well-
of our show, though.
Yes.
Not like fan art of other shows. Like you can give them that fan art.
Or you
Or
could
do crossover fan
crossover
art with
stuff
other
would be
shows.
great.
Because I mean, we've put out there's the multiverse. So like crossover fan art might give.
Yeah, absolutely.
Draw-
I mean, since the multiverse exists, you never know when our characters might show up in like some other show or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's weird.
Like-
yeah.
Yeah.
Draw all
Or
of
even
us-
on your.
draw
Like
all of us in
we've already
diapers.
They might even.
we're already being penciled in for like a crossover with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have the cartoon, microphones and monsters, and it'll be on your TV. One day, maybe.
sometime eventually.
Do we need to talk?
Like, stay
Do I need to,
stay tuned.
Do I need to go quit my job because I'm about to roll in all this royalty Marvel money?
Oh, I wish.
Also, Victor Stage is going to be on season 3 of The Mandalorian.
Yes.
He's going to get shot.
You come through a Dreamlands portal and the child's in terrible danger. You have to help him, Mando.
and then he gets shot by an Imperial trooper.
The one time a trooper
yeah.
hits his mark. The one
Yep.
time.
Poor Victor.
Although that also kind of leads me into another thing.
What's that?
What shall we compare our characters to this time?
Okay,
Ooh, Garfield.
So I had a couple of things.
Garfield.
All right, screw it. I was going to say Garfield's way better. I was going to
Honestly, Garfield's pretty easy. I could do it right now.
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
Alistair is Garfield.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about that.
Victor is Odie. And Julian is John.
I guess I'm John.
Yeah.
Does that mean I get to kick you out of the window of every last panel?
The Indian woman who's kind of in charge of the cat and the monster dog.
And the monster dog.
And you know how Alistair's always kicking Victor off of tables.
This is true.
Yes,
This is very
yes.
true.
Well, Alistair literally kicked the dog off the table in season 1.
It's so true.
The green-eyed cat is the fifth dimensional beast waiting off of.
Normal.
Yeah, exactly. Bet you didn't know that. see,
waiting off frame
Yeah.
to eat everybody.
Go read Garfield again and try and think about Normal in that light.
Yes.
The real true question is, who are Liz and Lyman? Does everyone remember Lyman
I
from Garfield?
don't remember Lyman. I do remember Liz.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
Liz. Yeah.
Lyman's not around anymore. He was actually the original owner of Odie.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah,
know
he was
that.
John's roommate, and then he was just sort of phased out, and all of a sudden John owned Odie, and no one knows what happened to Lyman. It's a little bit creepy when you think about
So-
That is a little creepy.
So
Normal
Lyman,
happened to Lyman.
Lyman would be Bugbert.
it. Pugford.
Oh.
Who would Liz
So-
be?
That means Odie talks to him.
Yep.
Like he
Mhm.
talks
I
to
guess-
dead Normal or not or Lyman.
Dead
Yep.
Lyman.
Yeah.
Liz would be
Liz might be Versbar.
or Astra Creel.
Yeah, Versbar. Nah, Versbar.
It'd be Versbar. Yeah, well, okay. In the context of Julian, it'd be
Yeah,
Versbar.
because
Yeah.
it was
Okay,
like the
okay.
romance
Yeah.
thing.
That's
Although they
weird.
made Liz officially John's girlfriend, which I
Really?
think is lame. Yeah.
Oh, that's
I think it's
unfortunate.
lame. But
So
I'm
John
like a
is
big fan of
alternate
original
Julian.
Garfield.
And I guess and I guess that means that the mice are the yak folk, the stout hearts.
Yes.
Yep, they're
Yes,
the stout hearts.
that's,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh wow, that's really.
I don't think we've gone this many NPCs
No.
before.
Well, I mean, when you're doing something like Garfield, it's like, why don't we just run through the entire cast of Garfield?
Yeah.
'Cause-
Oh, that's great.
Oh.
Bet you didn't think we'd do Garfield this month, did
I
you?
Tune in-
definitely did not think we were doing Garfield.
Tune in next Morons where we compare our characters to the cast of G.I. Joe.
Ooh,
Oh.
we might actually have to do that one.
Uh-huh.
Well, you guys will have to take the lead on that one because I'll be honest, I never watched G.I. Joe.
You would be.
I
Now
was
you
a
got a
Ninja
month.
Turtle Real Ghostbusters guy.
Okay, so if we do G.I. Joe, we have to make a stipulation. Is it only Joe's, or do we include Cobra as well?
I mean, I think you'd have to include Cobra.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you just kind of have to. They're pretty big characters too.
I would say with your
Thundercats.
Oh, screw that He-Man. Masters of the Universe. All right, we've got ideas for more. I was really worried where we're gonna go, but now we got more ideas for future morons.
No, the world of Saturday morning cartoons has opened everything up.
Something else before we close here. Give us questions for the season 2 Morons.
Yes.
Like, it's going to be a longer episode. Give us questions for it that we can answer any questions you have season 1, season 2, preferably season 2, unless you have questions in season 1. It may be connecting questions because there was a lot of stuff that connected the 2 seasons that I started setting up in season 1.
Or maybe you have some property that you want us to compare our characters to.
Yes.
Or if you have questions that maybe one of our guest stars you'd like an answer from them, you want to make sure to get us that in advance so we can ask them and they can give us an answer, and then we can provide it to you as a service.
Which at this point we've only had 2 guests, but there are more coming in season 3.
Ooh.
Gasp.
Yeah. Season 3.
All the music's written and produced by Marco Mazzei of Fallen Highway Studios.
It is.
Or we already did the website.
Yeah, but we can plug it again,
We
right?
can plug it again, yes.
Yeah, www.watchbugsdie.com.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Or alternatively, mikesandmonsters.com or microphonesandmonsters.com.
Yep.
Yeah.
I said it right this time.
On Twitter. On Twitter.
Yeah,
We're
at
over
Mikes and
Twitter
Monsters.
is at
on
Mikes
Twitter,
and
right?
Monsters.
Yeah, at Mikes and Monsters, yeah.
What's our
What?
TikTok? Those
Microphones and Monsters, Mikes and
Okay.
Monsters, something like that.
And then we also have
It's something like
and then we
that.
also have the Instagram, which is I think also Mike at Monsters.
It's just Microphones and Monsters, like
Microphones and
underscore
Monsters.
under
Okay.
the space for
Okay.
space.
Gotcha.
Facebook, Microphones and Monsters.
And Reddit whenever somebody makes one for us.
Yeah, I'm not making a Reddit. I'm not
Somebody
going to
made
toot
a
our own horn
subreddit.
on
That'd be
that.
Visit our
so
GeoCities.
I do enough social media as it is. I'm not going to toot our own horn on Reddit.
If someone makes a subreddit, I will take it upon myself to moderate the subreddit. I'm already on there for all of the craziness that happens on Wall Street Bets. So
To the moon.
Yeah, I'm a Reddit user, but yeah, we don't have a subreddit.
I am a Reddit lurker.
Yeah.
I don't remember what my account name was, but I'm on there somewhere.
I will be making an account for it if we have a
Yes,
subreddit.
I will make an official account.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'll do
crazy.
that too.
Yeah, right.
Don't want to
Reddit
dox your
subreddit.
other account.
Hey, play me off, Johnny. I think that's a Morons.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, we didn't plug the theme
Are
park.
we missing anything?
The theme park. We did hit a big milestone. 12,000. We passed 12,000 downloads.
Oh, dope.
Wow.
At our 1-year anniversary day. So
That is a lot of downloads.
So thank you all
Yeah.
for that.
Mhm.
Continue
Thank you
downloading.
so much.
we also have over 3,000 followers on Twitter.
Mhm.
It's popping on Twitter. We're way behind everywhere else.
Most everyone.
Link the other places on Twitter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
any of you people out on Twitter listening to this, because obviously you're all listening to this, if you could just go and listen to our show,
Yeah.
That would be great. That's your
just
homework.
binge through the whole thing. We'll
Yes.
get
We're not
thousands
gonna
of
reach the
downloads
people.
next month.
I implore
we're not
you
gonna-
to download episodes with reckless abandon.
And listen to them. Don't
Yes.
just download them. Listen. And tell your friends and your family
If you
and
got space,
your
if you're downloading
loved
that
ones,
amount of stuff, you're gonna listen to it because
pets.
it's on your phone. Yeah, your pets too.
Your cashier,
Yeah, pets love us.
your delivery drivers, UPS, USPS.
I mean, how many other
FedEx.
podcasts out there have cat representation like us?
DoorDash drivers.
Definitely DoorDash drivers. I already gave you a tip, but this is a link to my podcast.
Yeah, you could buy like a shit ton of stickers from us, and every time like you order DoorDash, you'd be like, "Hey, listen to this podcast. You drive a lot, right?
Since you're
So
driving
fucking
around
listen."
a lot, you need to listen to some stuff while you're in the car.
Yeah.
Hey, I gave my exterminator a sticker. I'll be like, "Hey, listen to my podcast."
Anything for Watch Bugs Die? How dare you?
Well, if he was listening, he'd know
Yeah.
to contact me.
I'm beginning to think there's too many bug lovers out there, and that's the problem.
Maybe that's what it is.
All right, we gotta go.
Don't upset the bug audience. We've already made mention of WatchBugsDie.com. We don't want their ire anymore.
Jeff Goldblum's out there just bad talking our entire podcast.
Already exterminated entire swarms of bug creatures.
All right.
Yeah, we did. That's Morons.
Thank you
everyone.
so much. Thank you so much for listening. Y'all have a great one. Get ready for April. Yeah, April.
For the
And-
Yeah,
conclusion.
that's the month after March.
Yes. And the season finale.
Yes.
The season 2 finale. And yeah. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.